Dr. B, Brittany Lejeune, right side dialed 480. To Moody 009. Airs it out to be 18 thou under the dial. Dr. B 003 red and 9 thou under, no good. Dylan Moody moving on. Travis Green left side 516 taking on Sonny Barclay right side dialed 474. Win light in that pair going left-hand side. Glenn Dilday, 017, one above 8. Castile, 024, and 11th thou under, no good. Heath Phillips left side, 416 the dial in. Taking on Johnny G right side dialed 481. Heath Phillips left side dialed 462. Johnny G right side dialed 481. Thou advantage to G, win light Phillips. 032 and dead on 8. 40 total. G is 010, take 031 to be 1 thou under. Had to take 30 or less. Heath Phillips to round number 2. Donnie Burleson left side, 447, taking on Kenny Props, right side dialed 489. Win light gonna go to Burleson, 017, dead on 6, 23 total. Props, 025, dead on 7, no good. Steve Collier, left side, 456, taking on Bart Nelson, right side, dialed 478. And the win line going to go to Bart Nelson, 017, 3 above. Get there 10th out, finish line. Collier, 050, dead on 9, no good. Bart Nelson to round number 2. Caden Smith, left side, 450 the dial, taking on Peeps Pennington. Peep Show, right side out, 464. Win light Peeps, 022, dead on 9, 31 total. Smith, 13, take 32 to be 14th out under no good. Stephen Jones, left side, 516, taking on Clint White, right side out, 475. Class C door cars, you should be in the lanes. Class C door car re-entry round, you should be in the lanes. Class C door car re-entry round, you should be in the lanes. Stephen Jones picking up the win light, 044. And one above 8. Clint White, right side, 044, take 026 to be 8th thou under no good. Paul Smith, left side, 516, taking on Chris Bennett, right side, dialed 485. Win light, Chris Bennett. Oh boy. Late. And 3 above. Paul Smith, 025, take over 2 tenths to be 3 thou under. Chalk it up to it's late and we're all tired. Chris Bennett moving on. Carson Wheeler, left side, 452, taking on Charlie Goff, right side, dialed 508. said, I ain't tired. 001 and 3 above. Wheeler is 024 and a 10th above, no good. Chad Branham, left side. Big C, dialed 492. Taking on Greg Muth, right side, dialed 487. Win light, Big C, 009 and 2 above. Muth, 16, take 17 to be 4 thou under, had to take 13 or less. Chad Branham to round 2. Danny Ray Martinez, left side, 494, taking on Brandon Justice, right side, dialed 5 flat. And the win light gonna go to Martinez, left side, 036. Dead on 4, 40 total. Justice is 16, take 39 to be 15 thou under, had to take 24 or less. Danny Ray Martinez moving on. Mike Crater, left side, 440, taking on Lil Drag Champ. Austin Free, right side, dialed 493. Father Gary looking on, has essentially been kicked out of the seat. Don't get to see Mr. Drag Champ himself behind the wheel a whole lot anymore. Because we finally just determined that Austin's just better. $7,000 advantage to Austin Free. Win lie Austin Free, 42 dead 1. Get their 16,000 finish line. Crater 049, 1 above 0, 59 total, no good. Austin Free moves on. Mick Durando, left side, 499 the dial-in. Taking on the OGCG, Chris Galletti. Right side, dialed 456. Just watch son Corey crack him for 20K. Trying to fight his way back through re-entry into our Rick's Powder Coating Friday 5K. And the win light gonna go to Galletti. Late and 15 thou under. Durando is red and dead 3, no good. Left-hand side, driver not on file, dialed 499. Taking on Terry Allen, right side, dialed 555. Once again, Class C Dragster, I need you. Class C Dragster, I need you to 5 and 6. Class C Dragster. Need you to lanes 5 and 6, please. Class C dragsters. We need you now. Class C dragster, we need you to lanes 5 and 6 for Rick's Powder Coating 5K re-entry. Wind light left-hand side, 026. And airs it out to be 16 thou under. Terry Allen is 008 red, dead on 9, no good. And with that, turn it back over to my man Carson Russell. Gonna take you through some more of this Rick's Powder Coating Friday 5K re-entry round.
Mike Batto and J.J. Russell going to go down the racetrack next. Batto on the left, bad, slow. Dialed 720. J.J. Russell on the right. J.J. in the Camaro Roadster, dialed in at 561. Green lights a pair, 1 foul will separate them. Wind light J 11, take 40 to be 2 above Mike Batto, 10 and 6 above. Just could not run the number, so J Russell will advance. Brian Couch left side, dial 567, and Scooter Hamlin on the right. Scooter and Gravedigger, dial 565. Foul separate them. Wind light Scooter 25 and 4, 3 thou under. Brian Couch 34 and 4 thou under. True margin of victory, 1,000ths of a second. And Scooter Hamlin will advance. Daryl Patton left side. Patton in the Maverick dialed in 586, and Zach Crandall on the right. Crandall dialed 592. Bulls a pair advantage up front, says Crandall. Win light Crandall, 16 dead 5, 21 total. Daryl Patton was tardy and 1 above 3. Zach Crandall will advance back in round number 2. Gabriel Hernandez left side, dialed 723, and Shane Thetford in the right. Thetford dialed in at 532. Hernandez getting the win line, 35 and 17 thou under. Thetford 12 thou red, dead 3. Gabriel Hernandez will advance. Vince Hernandez comes rolling in on the left-hand side, dialed in at 742. And the Camaro in the right for The Camaro dialed 623. Win light, right side, 007 and 2 above. Hernandez 16 and 4 over, just couldn't run the number. So the first gen Camaro will advance. Spencer Massey left side, the Nova dialed 646, and the Team Mexico runner in the right dialed 6 flat. Team Mexico runner will get the win light, 13 and 3 thou under. Massey 8 thou red and 11 thou under. Team Mexico carries that entry back into round number 2. Wendy McFarland and Bo Marshall, your next two. McFarland in the left, dialed in at 640, and Bo Dirt in the right. Bobo in Bo Dirt, dialed 622. Thou separate them, advantage McFarland, win light to Bobo, 32, take 4 to be 1 above, 4, McFarland 008, but lights it up 4 above, giving us a brake tap down there, may have given it back. Bobo Marshall will advance, left side, dialed 598, and Carlos Ramirez in the right, dialed in 619. And at this time, I will take no box. Round 2 for our Rick's powder coating. Rick's powder coating, class N, no box, round 2. I will take you to lanes 1 and 2. Rick's powder coating, Friday, class N, no box, round 2. I will take you now to lanes 1 and 2. Justin Endicott and Jake Stevens, your next two. Endicott left, dialed 611. Jake Stevens on the right, dialed 628. Thou will separate him here. Advantage Stevens, win light Endicott. 17 dead 3, 20 total. Stevens 004. Take 24 to be 8 thou under. Had to take 16 or less. And Justin Endicott will advance on. Dylan Rallinson left side, dialed in 519. Taking on Christopher Dodd in the right. Dodd dialed 479. Win light there, Rallinson 25, take 6 to be 1 above, 0. 35 total, Dodd 34, dead 7, and couldn't get there. Dylan Rallinson will advance on. Lauren Dodd left side, Dodd dial 475, and Cassie Pennington in the right. Pennington dial 468. Again, Rick's Powder Coating, Friday, Class N. No box, round 2. Need you to the lanes, please. No box, Class N, round 2. Need you back to the lanes, please. Lanes 1 and 2. Class N, no box, round 2. Need you to lanes 1 and 2. It is nasty. Lauren Dodd gets the win light. Double, 2, 1 above 2. Lays down 14 total. Pennington 003 and throws it in reverse to be 7 above. Lauren Dodd will get the win light. Amanda Graham left side. Miss Amanda dialed in 465 and Heath Fountain in the right. Fountain dialed 489. Heath Fountain gets the win light. 10 and 12 thou under. Amanda Graham 8 thou red and 1 above. At this time, I'll take Class X no box to lanes 3 and 4. Class X no box, round 2 to lanes 3 and 4. Rick's Friday Powder Coating. Class X no box, round 2 to lanes 3 and 4. Class N no box. You should be in lanes 1 and 2, and if you're not there, you're late. Kenny Probst left side. KP dial 489 and Dennis Lithgow in the right. Lithgow dial 473. Sixth thou, separate them, win light. KP 39, take 10 to be 1 above 1. Lithgow 33 and 2 above. Leaves him 10 thou behind. Maya sent KP through. KP will advance to round number 2. Charlie Goff left side, dial 510, and Philip Pennington in the right. Phil dial 469. One light says Phil Pennington 14 and 2 on under. Charlie Goff 3 thou red, dead 0. Philip Pennington puts himself back into round number 2. Chris Bennett gonna be on the bye run in the right-hand side, dialed in 482. Chris Bennett on the bye run is green and 10th thou under. And that's going to conclude the Rick's Powder Coating Friday Regiel's re-entry round. Class in, no box. If you're not in the lanes, you're late. Class in, no box. Round 2, if you're not in the lanes, you're about to miss it. And here we go with no box. Round number 2. This is RBZ Billet. Round number 2 of no box. Kyle Fritz, left side. Fritz dialed 668. Checking on Jared Stedman in the right. Stedman dialed in at 583. Win light, Stedman 34, dead 8. Gets the win light as Kyle Fritz is late and 8th thou under. Jared Stedman will advance to round 3. Sonny Barclay, left-hand side, the Pinto. Dialed 617. We'll take on Issa Califf in the right. Califf dialed 6 flat. Green bulbs a pair, advantage, Sonny Barclay, win light, Barclay 31, take 13 to be 3 above, Califf 065 and 1 above 8. Leaves him 13th thou behind. Sonny Barclay will advance. Lucas Thomas comes rolling in on the left. The pickup truck dialed 615. We'll take on Chad Sandlin on the right. A. Jackson, the Ski 10 dialed 625. Five foul gonna separate him here. Advantage Thomas, win light. Thomas 20 and 6 thou under. Sandlin 25 and 13 thou under. Lucas Thomas will advance. All right, racers, after this round, after round 2, we are done for the night. So after round 2 of box, we are done for the night. So no box racers, we are done for the night. Again, after round 2 of box, this coming round of box, we will be done for the night. So if you are in no box and you just turn on the win light, you can go ahead and put it in the trailer and get ready for tomorrow. Win light here going to Aaron Jones is Greg Clark, 25 thou red and 2 above. Jones, 14 red behind him. And 4 under. At this time, I need Class A door car, round 2 to lanes 5 and 6. Class A door car, round 2 to lanes 5 and 6, please. Class A door car, round 2. Need your lanes 5 and 6. Connor Rivers, left side, dialed 668, and Taylor Bowling in the right. Bowling dialed 634. All right, racers, I need a jump box to the staging lanes. I need a jump box to the staging lanes. I have a racer in need of a jump box to the lanes. If you have a jump box, there is a racer in need of one in the staging lanes. That is where you'll need to take it. If you have a jump box, please take it to the lanes. Got a racer in need of one. Taylor Bowling gets the win light, 52, and shutting it off early. Connor Rivers, 4 on red, and shutting it off early as well. Taylor Bowling will advance. Cole Foster left side, dialed 622, taking on Blaine Parks on the right. Parks, dialed 651. Again, Class A door car. Round 2, need you back to the lanes, please. Class A door car. Round 2, need you back to lanes 5 and 6. $24,000 separate him, advantage Parks, win light Parks, 20. Take 37 to be 3 above. Cole Foster, 044 and 4 over, just couldn't get there. Blaine Parks will advance. Sheila Day left side, Day dialed 641, taking on Casey Baugh on the right. The two-wheeler, dialed in at 613. Green lights a pair, Baugh in control, win light, Baugh 12 and 4 above, take 19. Sheila Day missed it and 6 thou under. Casey Baugh will advance. Jake Howard left side, dialed 641, taking on Sarah Kidd in the right. Kidd dialed 650. Howard in control, win light Howard, 19, take 23 to be 4 above. Sarah Kidd, 074, dead 9 and couldn't get there. Jake Howard will advance. Graham Rufinock left side, Rufinock dialed 636, and Brian Day in the right. Day dialed 644. Again, Class A door car, round 2, you should be in lanes now. Class A door car, round number 2, you should be in lanes 5 and 6. Class A door car, round 2, you should be in lanes 5 and 6. 19 foul will separate him. Advantage, Rufinock. Win light, Day 40 and one above 151 total. Graham 21, take 33 to be 3 thou under. Had to take 30 or less, Brian Day will advance to round number 3. Asa Califf left side, dial at 6 flat. We'll take on Wyatt Ezel. Ezel and Miss Rose's Nova, dial 599. And this looks to be our final pair. Just kidding, it will not be the final pair. Green light's a pair, advantage. Califf win light, give it to Califf. 13, take 32 to be one above 9. Ezel 50 and stops to be one above 4. Just couldn't get there. Asa Califf will advance. It was scheduled to be Bob Chagnon and Eduardo Gonzalez, but Bob unable to make the call. Something going wrong on his hot rod. So Eduardo Gonzalez will get the competition single here. The Team Mexico runner in the Camaro, dialed in at 842. So we'll have 2 singles in a row. Eduardo on the competition single, and then Joe Kidd sits in the water for his buy run. And Eduardo is 300 and will air it out to be 4 above. Eduardo will advance in our final no box car here in RBZ Billet. No box round 2 for Rick's Powder Coating Friday. Joe Kidd, the Arizona native in the pickup truck, says it'll go 624. Kidd 20 and a thou under, and that's going to wrap up RBZ Billet. No box. Round 2 is the box round 2 underneath the tower, and I'll let Adam Jakubczyk round out the night and tell you all about box round number 2.
Thank you, Carson. Appreciate everything that he helped me out with today. Rustin Mace, left side. 628 the dial in, taking on Rick Huffman, right side in smalls, dialed 6 flat. Gonna kick off the box side of RBZ Billet, round number 2, and this will be the last round of the night. Four thou, separate them up front. And the win light gonna go to Huffman, 0-15 and 3 thou under on the double breakout. Mace is 11 and 17 thou under, taking 18 thou at the finish line. No good. Rick Huffman in smalls will move into tomorrow in round number 3. Jeff Heffler, left side, 555 the dial in the Anglia, taking on Tori Barnett, right side, dialed 602. 6 thou advantage going to Barnett. And the win light gonna go to Heffler, 0-16 and 2 above, 557 on the 555. Barnett is 0-10 and 13 thou under, taking 39 thou at the finish line. Had to take 26 or less. Jeff Heffler to tomorrow. Donnie Evelsizer, left side, 615 the dial in, taking on Luke Jordan, right side, dialed 553. Thou change going to Jordan. Win light gonna stay in his lane. 0-30 and 1 thou under. Take a thou at the finish line. Evelsizer is 0-42 and 11 thou under. Had to get 12 thou further behind. Luke Jordan will move into tomorrow in round 3. Guillermo Tijerino, left side, Team Mexico runner, dialed 601, taking on Derek Patton, right side, dialed 651. Patton in control. Patton with a win light, 007, dead on 4, 11 total. Take 18 thou at the finish line. Tijerino is 023, dead 6, 29 total, no good. Derek Patton moving on. Once again, just a reminder that after we complete this round, we are done for the evening. So if you turn a win light on here, go ahead, load it in the box, because we will not be sending any more cars down track until about 8 hours from now, as soon as we complete this round of the Rick's Powder Coating Friday 5K. Humberto Rivera, left side. Another Team Mexico runner, dialed 599. Taking on Michael Pennington, right side, dialed 513. thou, separate them up front, win light, Pennington, 004 and 3 above. Take a thou at the finish line, Rivera, 017 and 1 above 9. No good. Michael Pennington will go to tomorrow. Julie DeBon, left side, dialed 614 in the door truck, taking on Travis Barnett, right side, dialed 487 in the Camaro. Winlight Barnett, 002. And 4 Hun under the dial in. Julie DeBon, 009 red. And 2 under, no good. 612 on the 614. Travis Barnett moving on. Robbie Mason, left side, 577. Taking on Scooter Hamlin, right side, dialed 564. Winlight right hand side, Scooter Hamlin, 026 and 3 above. Mace is 008, take 055 to be 1 thou under. Had to take 54 or less. Hamlin moving on to tomorrow. Brian Kennedy, left side, 567, taking on Brad Roberts, right side, dialed 611. And a win light gonna go to Roberts, 006 red. And 1 thou under. Kennedy is 009 red behind him. And lights it up, dead 7, no good. Mad Max McLaughlin, left side, 595, taking on Stephen Hughes, right side, dialed 577. And the win line gonna go to McLaughlin, 004. And 9 thou under the dial in. Hughes is 032. And 15 thou under. No good. McLaughlin moves on to tomorrow. Spencer Massey, left side, in the Nova, dialed 645. Taking on Doug Lawrence, right side, dialed 608. Thou, separate them up front. And the win light gonna go to Massey, 026, dead on 228 total. Take 0004 at the finish line. 410 thou going Massey's way. Lawrence is 015, 1 above 3, no good. Spencer Massey moving on to tomorrow. Brian Couch, left side, 567. Taking on Shane Thetford, right side, dialed 532. And Thetford with a win light, 002 red, one above one. Couch 045 red ends his run in the Rex Powder Coating 5K. Jason Skrasic, left side, scratch, dialed 581. Taking on Cliff Lovelace, right side, dialed 581. Win light gonna go to Loveless, 005, and dead on 1, 6 total. Take 57th out to finish line. Scratch is 039, 2 above, no good. Cliff Loveless moving on to round 3 tomorrow. Papa Wayne Gibson, left side. Flip it dial, dialed 511. Taking on Cameron Green, right side, dialed 592. Separate them up front. Win light gonna go to Papa Wayne, 014, dead on 1, 15 total. Green is 006, 2 above, no good. Papa Wayne Gibson will take an entry into round 3 tomorrow. Dan Bain, left side, 6 flat, taking on Jeremy Heffler, right side, dialed 630. Win light, Jeremy Heffler, 016, 1 above 5. Get their 64th thou at the finish line as Bain 033 and 6 above, no good. Jeremy Heffler to round 3 tomorrow. Justin Richards, left side, 625, taking on Greg Muth, right side, dialed 570. And the win light gonna go to Justin Richards, 021 and 1 above 2. Take 32,000 finish line. Muth, 042, 2 above, no good. Justin Richards to round 3. Kyle Fritz, left side, 667. Taking on Melton Taylor, right side, dialed 589. thou. Separate them up front. Win light gonna go to Taylor. 018, dead on 5. Take 8 thou at the finish line. Fritz, 020 and 1 above 1. No good. Melton Taylor, moving on. Randy Trice, left side, 597, taking on Damian Shope, right side dialed 628. And the win line gonna go to Trice. 012, dead on 1. Shope, 038, 1 above 4, no good. Randy Trice to round 3. Brian Nelson, left side, 572 the dial in, taking on Eli Barnett, right side dialed 577. Win light gonna go to Barnett, 035 and 1 above 7. Nelson, 12, take 45 to be 5 thou under. Had to take 40 or less. Eli Barnett moves on to tomorrow. Dalton Loomis, left side, 633 the dial in, taking on Jared Asbull, right side dialed 562. At this time, I need Class B Dragster. Class B Dragster. To state lanes 7 and 8, please. Class B Dragster. To state lanes 7 and 8, please. Neil Upchurch, you are on the wait and see by for round number 2 on the box side with your 101C entry. Neil Upchurch, your 101C entry. You are on the wait and see by for round number 2. And I need Class B Dragster to state lanes 5 and 6 for round number 2. Class B Dragster, we need you to 5 and 6. Asbill picking up the win light. Bring up Larry Nelson, left side, 565, taking on Rodney Parks, right side, dialed 693. And once again, Class B Dragster, we need you to 5 and 6. And Neil Upchurch, you are on the way and see by in the box side with your 101C entry, 101C. Parks moving on. 010. Dead on 4. 14 total. Nelson. Way red. And a whole bunch over. Rodney Parks moving on to tomorrow. Tommy Taylor, left side, 686. Taking on Chris Eitzen, right side, dialed 635. Control. And Eitzen with the win light, 042 and 3 above. Get there 28th out finish line. Taylor was 016 up front. Had a whole bunch in his pocket, but just cannot cover the number. 695 on the 686. No good. Chris Eidson. We'll move on to round 3 tomorrow. Wendy McFarland, left side. 640 the dial. Taking on Brian Wensk in the right-hand side. Dialed 553. Win light Wensk, 032 and 1 above 9. Get there 43th out. Finish line McFarland is 008 and 8 above, no good. Brian Wensk moves on. Wayne Pratt, left side, 592, taking on James Cooks, right side, dialed 546. Win light, Wayne Pratt, 014 and dead on 620 total. Get there 001 at the finish line. Cooks, 047 and 25 thou under, no good. Wayne Pratt moves on. Gabriel Hernandez, left side, 721 the dial in. Taking on Zach Crandall, right side, dialed 592. Once again, I need Class B Dragster. Class B Dragster. Need you to 5 and 6, please. Class B Dragster. Need you to lanes 5 and 6, please. Class B Dragster. We need you now. Class B Dragster. Need you to lanes now, please. Separate them. Win light Crandall, 040, dead 0, 40 total. Get there 12 thou. Hernandez is 031 and sets it down to be 2 above. 723 on the 721, no good. Zach Crandall moving on. James Day, left side, 637, taking on Jay Folks, right side, dialed 659. Folks moves on, 028 and 5 thou under. Day is 010 red and dead on 3, no good. Jay Folks moves on. Chad Sandlin, left side, 625 the dial in, taking on Tim Fountain, right side, dialed 567. Separate them up front. And the win light going to go to Sandlin, 023, dead on 831 total. Get behind 7th out, finish line. Fountain, 034, take 007 to be 10 thou under, was mathematically locked out up front, no good. Chad Sandlin will come back tomorrow in round 3. Billy Talbot, left side, 602, taking on Bobo Marshall, right side. Bo Dirt, dialed 621. 17 thou, separate them. Talbot in control. Talbot with a win light, 002 and 1 above 5. Take 13 thou at the finish line. Bobo is 019 and mathematically locked out. 622 with the 1 on the 621 in the dial. Graham Rufinock now left side, 610 the dial in. Colton Wheeler right side dial, 644. Once again, I need Class B Dragster. Class B Dragster. If you're not in the lanes, you're late. We're running without you. Class B Dragster. We need you now. Class B Dragster. We need you back. Class B Dragster, round number 2. Need you in lanes 5 and 6, please. Six thou, separate them up front. The win light gonna go to Wheeler, 017. And 5 thou under double breakout race. Rufinock, 23, take 26. To be 37 thou under no good. Colton Wheeler to round 3 tomorrow. Justin Endicott, left side, 611 the dial in, taking on Dylan Bailey, right side dialed 497. Separate them up front. And the win light gonna go to Endicott, 017, 1 above 2. Get there, 25 thou at the finish line. Bailey is 037, 1 above 7, no good. Justin Endicott moves on. Bill Kidd, left side, 654, taking on Jonathan Hernandez, right side out, 627. Kidd in control, Kidd with the win light, 004, get behind 0007 at the finish line. To be 2 above 4, Hernandez is 033, take nothing. To be 5 thou under, was locked out, had no chance. Bill Kidd moves on. Jake Howard, left side, 641 the dial, taking on J.J. Russell, right side dialed 563. Howard in full control, 001 up front and 3 above. Turns on the win light. Russell is late and 1 above, no good. Vince Hernandez, left side, 743 the dial, taking on Savannah Kidd, right side dialed 626. Win light, Hernandez, 008. Dead on 1, 9 total for Vince Hernandez. Savannah Kidd is 005 red and 3 Hun under the dial-in. Vince Hernandez to round number 3 tomorrow. Dylan Rollinson, left side, 519 the dial, taking on Joe Kidd, right side dial, 624. As we are working our way now into Class B Dragster. Absolute last and final call for Class B Dragster. Absolute last and final call for Class B Dragster. 5 thou separate them. Win Light Rollinson 014 and one above 1. 520 on the 519. Kid is 019 and 9 thou under. Take 15 thou at the finish line. Had to take 6 or less. Joe Kidd. We'll load it up in the box, and Rollinson will come back in round number 3 tomorrow. Bubba Stevenson, left side, 470 the dial, taking on Amanda Graham, right side dialed, 465. Control. Graham with a win light, 013 and dead on 9. 465 on the 465. Stevenson is 029, dead 4, no good. Amanda Graham moves on. Stephen Jones, left side, 517 the dial, taking on Greg Brotherton, right side dialed, 451. Thou separate them up front, and the win light gonna go to Brotherton, 010 and 3 above. Take 20 thou at the finish line. Jones is 019 and 4 above, no good. Greg Brotherton to round 3 tomorrow. Chris Coppage, left side, 491, taking on Jeremy Wensky, right side out, 515. Three thou separate them. Win light Coppage, 022 and 1 above 7. Take 002 at the finish line. Wensky is 019 and 2 above 2, no good. Chris Coppage moves on. Glenn Dilday, left side, 477 the dial in. Taking on Quade Dosher, right side dialed, 481. Gonna shine for Dilday, 028 and 3 above. Dosher is late and a whole bunch above, no good. Larry Harrison, left side, 465, taking on Phil Pennington, right side dialed, 469. Winlight Pennington, 009, and 4 thou under the dial in. Get behind 2 thou at the finish line. Double breakout race. Harrison, 21, take 2 to be 18 thou under, no good. Coy Collier, left side, 450 the dial. Taking on Chance Turman, right side, dialed 493. Collier in control. Collier with a win light, 007 and 5 above. Take 3 thou at the finish line. Turman missed it and puts it 2 above, no good. Coy Collier to round 3 tomorrow. Kurt Harvey, left side, 483, taking on Ethan Marr, right side, dialed 460. Harvey with a win line, 019 and dead on 7, 26 total. Marr is 009 and 1 above 9, no good. Harvey, 19, take a thou. Moves into round 3. Chad Broom, left side, 494, taking on Jim Calloway, right side, dialed 507. Jim Calloway moving on, 004 and 3 thou under, take 006 to the finish line. Double breakout race. Broom is 021 and 14 thou under, no good. Chris Galitti, left side, OGCG, dialed 454, taking on Caden Muth, right side, dialed 493. Thou separate them up front. Win light Galitti, 022 and 4 above. Take 26 thou at the finish line. Muth is 009 and 8 above, no good. Chris Galitti moving on to round 3 tomorrow. And I'm sure Chris is going to be happy with that, because that means Chris can go to bed. As I'm sure that's all Chris is probably thinking about right now. Mario Gonzalez, left side, 465, taking on Vince Taylor, right side, dialed 473. And airs it out to be 24 thou under the dial. Gonzalez is 004 red and dead on 8, no good. Vince Taylor moves on to tomorrow. Dylan Moody, left side, 465 the dial in, taking on Christopher Dodd, right side, dialed 478. control. Dodd with a win light, 014, dead on 8. 22 total, moves on. Moody is 030 and locked out. 2 above 2, no good. Christopher Dodd moves on. Heath Phillips left side, 462 the dial in, taking on Heath Fountain right side dialed 487. Thou separate them. And the win light going to go to Fountain 007. And a thou under a double breakout race. Take 002 at the finish line. Phillips is 017. And 8 thou under, no good. Heath Fountain moving on. Lauren Dodd left side 476. Taking on Bart Nelson right side dialed 479. Going to Dodd, win light. Gonna come on for Nelson, 014 and 16 thou under double breakout race. Dodd is 002, take 019 to be 23 thou under. Bart Nelson moving on. Donnie B, Donnie Burleson left side, 447, taking on Crew Garrett right side out, 480. Burleson in control. Burleson with a win light, 013 and 1 above 3. Garrett is 30, take a thou to be 6 thou under, locked out, had no chance. Donnie Burleson moves on. James Taylor left side, dialed 5 flat. Taking on Chris Benham right side, dialed 480. At this time, I need Class C door car. Class C door car to lanes 1 and 2, please. Class C door cars. We need you to lanes 1 and 2, please. Just a reminder that Neil Upchurch, car number 101C, you are on the way and see by. Neil Upchurch, car number 101C, you are on the way and see by for this round of competition. Chris Benham right side. Moving on, 010 and 3 above. Taylor 045 and dead on 1, 46 total, no good. Chris Benham moves on to tomorrow. Colton Fuller left side, 467, taking on Clint White, right side out, 474. And once again, I need Class C door car. Class C door car, need you to lanes 1 and 2. Class C door car, need you to lanes 1 and 2, please. Class C door car, need you now. White in control. but cannot turn on the wind light. Fuller is 051, dead on 3, 54 total. White 19, take 39 to be 4 thou under. Had to take 35 or less. Colton Fuller moves on. Austin Free left side, 493 the dial, taking on Dennis Lithgow, right side dial, 473. Wind light gonna go to Lithgow, 013, and dead on 7, 20 total. Take 9, 10 thou at finish line, 0009. Moves on. Austin Free, 036, and 16 thou under, no good. Lithgow to round 3. Danny Ray Martinez left side, 492, taking on Carl Jones, right side dialed, 476. Martinez with a win line at 009, dead on 9, 18 total. Jones is 027, dead on 3, 30 total, no good. Martinez to round 3. Jordan Aker left side, Top Gun dialed 420, taking on Charlie Goff, right side dialed 518. Correction, 510, the dial in for Charlie Goff. Separate them. Wind light Aker 002 and 8 above. Goff is 009 and a whole bunch over, no good. Jordan Aker will take at least one into round 3 tomorrow. Courtney Dunn left side 483, taking on Steve Beanie, right side dialed 486. Wind light, gonna go to Beanie 004 and dead on 6, 10 total. Take 10th out finish line, done 005 and 1 above 5, no good. Steve Beanie moving on. Robbie Mace, left side, 487 the dial, taking on Kenny Props. KP, right side dial, 489. Props moving on, 026 and dead on 5, 31 total. Mace is 004 and 13 thou under no good. Tommy Taylor, left side, 515 the dial, taking on the Peep Show. Preston Pennington, right side dial, 461. Once again, I need my Class C door car. Class C door car, I need you to 1 and 2, please. Class C door car, I need you to 1 and 2, please. Class C door car, I need you back. Pennington moving on, 10 and 5 thou under as Taylor is 009 red and 25 thou under no good. Chad Branham, left side, Big C dialed 493, taking on Brandon Justice, right side dialed 496. Brandon Justice moving on, 024 and dead on 5. Branham is red and 1 above 7, no good. Randy Ray, left side, 487 the dial, taking on Ray Martinez, right side dialed 496. Win light gonna go to Brandy Ray, 013 and 5 above. Martinez, 028 and 10 thou under no good. Brandy Ray moves on. Chris Pope, left side, 457, taking on Chris Bennett, right side, dialed 481. Win light going to go to Pope 013 and 13 thou under. Bennett is 003 red and 5 above. Shannon T. Walker left side 506 the dial in, taking on Cassie Pennington right side dialed 467. At this time, I need Class C Dragster. Class C Dragster, round number 2 to lanes 5 and 6. Class C Dragster, we will take you to lanes 5 and 6. So all cars have officially been called for round number 2. All cars have officially been called for round number 2. Class C Dragster, my final class of the night, need you to 5 and 6. Class C Dragster, need you to 5 and 6. Identical up front. Win light, Pennington, 009 and 7 thou under. Getting 13 thou behind. Walker is 009. Take 13 to be 20 thou under the dial. Cassie Pennington moves on. Rustin Mace left side, 624 the dial, taking on Sonny Barclay right side dialed 474. So once again, I need Class C Dragsters to lanes 5 and 6. Class C Dragsters need you to 5 and 6. Class C Dragsters, we are looking for you. Class C Dragster, need you now. Win light left-hand side. Rustin Mace, 033 and 2 above. Barclay is 028 and 3 above, no good. Mace, 33, take 4. Good enough to move into round number 3. Royce Martinez left side, 666, taking on, I believe this is Casey Baugh on the right-hand side, dialed 612. Baugh 063 and 17 thou under the dial. Martinez is 006 red and 2 above, no good. Casey Baugh moving on. Jeff Heffler left side, 556 the dial in the Anglia. Taking on the right hand side, driver not on file, dialed 589. Heffler moving on, 026, and airs it out to be dead on 5, right side. 007 red and 4 above, no good. Jeff Heffler. We'll move on to tomorrow. Wayne Gibson left side, flip it dialed 511, taking on Leah Hughes right side dialed 641. thou, separate them. Win light, Papa Wayne, 035, one above 5. Hughes is 045, take 15 thou to finish line to be 10 thou under. Had to take 5 or less. Papa Wayne to round 3 tomorrow. Brian Kennedy, left side, dialed 567, taking on Rick Huffman, right side in smalls, dialed 599. Brian Kennedy moving on, 027, dead on 8. Huffman missed it, puts it dead on 5, no good. Brian Kennedy moves on to tomorrow. Team Mexico runner, left side, dialed 6 flat the dial. Taking on Derek Patton, right side, dialed 650. Thou, separate them up front. The win light left-hand side, 009 and 1 thou under, double breakout race. Patton is 006, take 18 to be 16 thou under. Had to take 2 or less. Team Mexico moving on. Bobo Marshall, left side. Bo Dirt, dialed 621, taking on Jay Folks, right side, dialed 659. Once again, I need Class C Dragster to 5 and 6. Class C Dragster to 5 and 6. Class C Dragster. We need you back. Class C Dragster needs you now. Bubba moving on, 007 and 2 above. Folks, 037 and dead on 8, no good. Bobo and Bo Dirt will come back tomorrow. Michael Pennington, left side, 513 the dial. Taking on the right-hand side, driver not on file, one of the Team Mexico runners, dialed 737. Pennington in control. Pennington with a win light, 013, one above 7. Right side, 039 and 24 thou under the dial, no good. Jared Asbull, left side, 564 the dial, taking on another Team Mexico runner, right side, dialed 623. Win light shines for Asbull, 038 and 15 thou under the dial. Right side is red and dead on 4, no good. Zach Crandall, left side, 592. Taking on Jeremy Heffler, right side, dialed 638. Or 630, I should say, getting a 38 Hun head start in the Pro 1 Nova. Win light gonna go to Heffler 016 and 1 thou under double breakout race. Take 10 thou at the finish line. Crandall 034 and 9 thou under behind him. Jeremy Heffler moving on. Joe Trevino, Jose Trevino, left side, 576. Taking on Scooter Hamlin, right side, dialed 564. Separate them. And the win light gonna go to Trevino 009 and 4 thou under. Scooter Hamlin 017 and 5 thou under, no good. Jonathan Hernandez, left side, 625, taking on J.J. Russell, right side, dialed 563. $16 thou separate them. Win light Russell 020 and dead on 7. 27 total. Hernandez 036 and 2 above, no good. Back to racing we go after a quick little cleanup. Left-hand side, Gabriel Hernandez dialed 722. Taking on Justin Endicott, right side, dialed 612. And as we are rolling our first pair of C Dragster through the water, go ahead and put out the absolute last and final call for round number 2. Absolute last and final call for round number 2. If you're not here, you are late. And we are running without you. Absolute last and final call for round 2 Saturday. And the win light gonna go to Endicott, 005, one above 3. Hernandez is 014 and 3 Hun under the dial, no good. Dylan Rollinson left side, 520 the dial, taking on Jason McFarland, right side dialed 491. Rollinson, 005 in control, win light not coming on in his lane. McFarland 021 and dead on 728 total to be 34 thou behind at the finish line. Rollinson 005 take 034 to be 11 thou under. Jason McFarland moves on. Stephen Jones left side dialed 521 taking on Phil Pennington right side dialed 468. Pennington 027 and 6 thou under. Jones is 004 red and 4 Hun under, no good. Chris Coppage left side 492 the dial, taking on Caden Muth right side dialed 581. Thou separate them up front. And the win light gonna go to Coppage 003, dead on 2, 5 total, take 9 thou at the finish line. Muth 015 and 1 thou under, locked out up front, had no chance. Chris Coppage to round 3 tomorrow. Dylan Moody left side 470 the dial, taking on Greg Brotherton right side dialed 452. Separate them up front. Winlight Brotherton 009 and 11 thou under, double breakout. Moody 17 and 13 thou under, no good. Brotherton moving on. Lauren Dodd left side 475 the dial in, taking on Heath Fountain right side dialed 487. Win light fountain 017, one above 0. Take 2 thou at the finish line. Dodd is 031 and 1 thou under, no good. Keith Fountain moves on. Coy Collier left side. 481 the dial in, taking on Dr. B. Brittany Lejeune right side dialed 478. Lejeune in control. Lejeune with a win light, 023, 2 above. Collier 38 takes 16 to be 7 thou under, had to take 9 or less. Dr. B moving on with 1 into round number 3. Caden Smith left side, 448, taking on Jordan Epper-Jesse right side dialed 433. Caden Smith moving on, 001, 1 above 1. Take 3 thou at the finish line. Ever-Jesse is 012 and dead on 3, no good. Caden Smith moves on. Chad Broom left side, 482 the dial, taking on the right-hand side. Driver not on foul, dialed 454. Correction, dialed 463. Win light right hand side, 014, and flicks it off early. Broom is red and 14 thou under, no good. Travis Green left side, 513 the dial, taking on OGCG. Chris Galletti right side dialed 454. So obviously Chris couldn't go to bed quite yet. Has to come back and run his second entry. 5 thou separating up front. Win light green, 031 and dead on 435 total. Get there 18 thou at the finish line. Galletti 036 and 1 above 7. No good, but don't worry, Chris. You can finally go to bed now. Don't have to do any more racing tonight. Mike Crater left side, 439 the dial, taking on Austin Free right side dialed 490. Win light gonna go to Crater 011 and one above 7. Take a thou at the finish line. Free is 025. And puts it dead on 4. No good. Mike Crater moving on to round 3 tomorrow. Crew Garrett left side 478. Taking on Chris Bennett right side dialed 485. Tension of the pits, as we have just a handful of pairs remaining here in round number 2. We just want to remind everyone that as soon as we complete this round, we are officially done for tonight. We will kick things off in the morning with our Moser Engineering 20K, and then we will work in the rest of our Rick's Powder Coating 5K as we can. Crew Garrett moving on, 017 and 6 above. Bennett late and 400 under, no good. So once again, after we complete this round with just a couple pair left to go, we are officially done for the night. So everyone can load them up in the box, try and get a decent night's sleep, as we will be kicking things off bright and early once again tomorrow morning. And once again tomorrow, we will do things just like we did today. Our Moser Engineering 20K Sunday will be priority. We will get things rolling with that, and then as we can, we will roll the Rick's Powder Coating Friday 5K in as we see fit. Mario Gonzalez left side, and Courtney Dunn right side. Winlight Gonzalez 022 and 6 above. Dunn 26. Take 78 to be 18 thou under. Had to take 60 or less. Gonzalez will come back tomorrow. Donnie B left side 447 the dial, taking on Jordan Aker right hand side. Top Gun dialed 420. Jordan Aker is 000 dead 7 total at about 2 o'clock in the morning. Take 12th out finish line. Donnie B 018 dead on 1, 19 total, no chance. Locked out up front. Jordan Aker, Top Gun, moving on. Your final pair of the night on the starting line. Left side. Driver not on file, dialed 498, taking on Neil Upchurch. Right side dialed 524, and Upchurch appears to possibly be having some sort of issue. They're working on getting the car refired now. Add life for just a second. And they're giving the signal, go ahead and send left-hand side as a single. Unfortunate for Neil Upchurch there, not how we wanted to see the night end, of course. But the good news is he does have all night to get it fixed and ready for the Moser Engineering 20K tomorrow. And I am being told that we're going to give Neil time. It appears may or may not have forgotten to put gas in it. So I believe we are giving Neil just a minute. Run back to the trailer, grab a jug of fuel. So your final pair of the night going to be on hold here for just a minute. And then we will wrap it up and call it an evening here at the Motorplex on Moser Engineering Saturday, which has turned into early Sunday morning. And of course, this is your Rick's Powder Coating 5K Friday. So kind of got all 3 days in one right here. Once again, we're going to give Neil just a minute. Going to go back and grab himself a jug of fuel. And we will be back with your final pair to end the night. Does appear we have fuel. So Neil gonna take a second, calm down, get strapped back into the race car. Then we will close out RBZ Billet round number 2 here on Rick's Powder Coating Friday 5K on Saturday/Sunday. Once again, our plan is to be on track with new entry time runs first thing tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. New entry time run's going to go down at 8 a.m. And round number 1 of our second Moser Engineering 20K main event will follow. So once again, obviously we are done for the evening. As soon as this pair goes down, and we'll kick things back off tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. for new entry time runs, which is about 6 hours from now. And once again, we'll run new entry time runs And then we'll move into our second of the Moser Engineering Twin 20Ks. And then as we see an opportunity to, we will work in the remainder of our Rick's Powder Coating Friday 5K warm-up. So once again, left-hand side, driver not on file, dialed 498, taking on Neil Upchurch, right side, dialed 524. Got to give a hats off to the crew in the left-hand side. Giving Neil time, said they didn't want a competition single. Allowed Neil a minute to go back and grab a jug of fuel from the trailer. Ending things the right way here this evening. Upchurch, right-hand side. Driver not on file, left-hand side. Left side in full control. And with the win light, 006 and 3 above. Get their 27th out at the finish line. Upchurch is 036 and 3 above, no good. And that will do it for us here this evening. Good night to everybody. We will see you all back here bright and early tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. for new entry time runs.